Students at the University of Cape Town who have been occupying the administration building since Friday are vowing to continue their sit-in until demands are met. A group of about 30 students and non-students who have been camping out at the Bremner building say they want a definite date when the statue of British Colonialist Cecil John Rhodes will be removed. The students have formed the Rhodes Must Fall movement. UCT SRC President Rambina Mahapa.
This is not only about the statue, it's about transformation at UCT. You look around UCT, it has a very Eurocentric setting. And the institutional symbolism, the institutional culture of UCT is very much Eurocentric. And we've been saying as students that we need to build an inclusive culture. We need to build an inclusive symbolism of the institution. When we're looking at the new democratic dispensation, one of the things that should follow with social change is also a change in the representation of black people. Because if you have to look at the setting in terms of UCT, the representation is in a negative light. And it's quite important to remove Cecil John Rhodes statue because a statue glorifies somebody, a statue pays homage to somebody. And as students, we feel that Cecil John Rhodes doesn't represent the values and the aspirations that we have in today's society. But you see, that's a false understanding, because removing a statue does not entail that you are removing the person from the history books. Stalin's statues were removed, Hitler's statues were removed, yet we still remember all those individuals today. Cecil John Rhodes statues were removed in Zimbabwe, yet we're still engaging because he's still in the curriculum. And you know, as part of the learning process of the debate in society, we're then going to be able to engage on the relevance or the role that Cecil John Rhodes played within society. It's not necessarily the case that if you're to remove his statue, then we're all going to forget about what he did. No, that's not necessarily the case. We look at the student demographics. I think we're moving towards, you know, a representation that is in line with, you know, the composition or the demographics of the country. But you look at things such as staff transformation. We are lacking very much in that regard. You look at institutional symbolism. We are lacking in that regard. You look at the names of buildings, you know, because certain buildings also need to be renamed. You can't have a building by the name of Smart, by the name of Jameson Hall, you know, BT and so forth. You're looking at institutional culture. We're not yet representative. You look at curriculum, and that's also one of our core focuses, saying that the curriculum that we're having still perpetuates the former colonial narratives. And we cannot be having that in the 21st century in our new dispensation. You look at how promotions are being done. Black academics are continuously raising concerns about the lack of transformation, about institutional racism. Again, you also have the outsourced workers who are also saying that the institution is not yet transformed. So in certain parts, we've been able to transform as an institution, but then we're still lagging quite far behind. Disabled students are saying that they are not feeling welcomed at the institution. The LGBTI community are saying that the policies, the environment is not yet inclusive for them. So you can already see that there's a lot of constituencies that are dissatisfied with the institution's pace in terms of transformation.